Let's take a look at the first phase in the design thinking process, understand. The goal of this phase is to get the team all set up so they have a common understanding of the design brief or design challenge, as well as project goals, scope, and an understanding of the actual problem space. Let's look at the design brief. It's often the case that when we get a brief from our client, that the actual solution is already part of it. This might be problematic because it's already restricting us quite a lot. In design thinking, we're trying to start the process with an open-ended question to make sure that we're not missing out on potential solutions which might be even better for the actual user. Let's have a look at an example. Imagine a client comes to you and is telling you a story. His employees, they're going to these great seminars, they're coming back really motivated, but after a couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks, they can't remember a thing anymore. So one way to reframe the brief as an open-ended challenge is to apply the why-how method. Let's take a look. So we start in the middle with a learning platform by asking why we open up the problem space. This could be, why do you need a learning platform? Because I want to create a sustainable learning experience. Going in the different direction by asking how we're closing the problem space. So this could be, for example, how are you creating a learning platform? For example, by using short snippets of videos. It often actually helps to turn the brief into a question. So instead of saying, we need this or that, we need a digital learning platform, we need a better app, saying, how might we create a better learning experience for our employees? So apart from understanding and reframing the brief, we actually have to understand the context of the actual project. So we do this by getting decision makers into the boat to define with them what the actual goal of the project is, as well as the scope. So the following checklist will help you define the context of the entire project. First of all, you have to decide who the actual user is. Next step is, why do they actually need a new solution? What are they actually currently using as a solution? When is the project supposed to go live? So what's the general timeline of the project? Where will the solution be used? And how is it actually going to be implemented at the end? So the last part of the understand phase is actually to get a common understanding within the team for the problem space. And you can do this in several ways. You can always start, for example, with simple internet research. What's out there already? Do competitive analysis. Maybe there are already existing studies out there which you can just pull off the internet or from other resources to see what data is available. You could also just actually talk to people, maybe within your company or outside, and see what expertise they can deliver to the actual problem space. And in the end, it's all about gathering experiences. So maybe just go out there and try the solutions which are out there already yourself to get a deep understanding and create empathy for the user and the problems. Now, what you get actually at the end of all this is a so-called research plan. The research plan helps the team to actually enter phase 2, the observe phase or the user research phase, and gives a clear guideline as how to go about it. The research plan actually has a few vital elements. First of all, you define what you're trying to learn. so research goal. Then you define, who's your user, who are you going to talk to, what kind of research methods are you going to apply, where are you going to find them, when you're going to do it, and generally the whole structure, who's doing what, when, and where. Do you need incentives? Do you need NDA? And all this together gives you the research plan. In the next video, we'll look at the second phase in the design thinking process, observe, where it's all about talking to customers.